Barcelona's left flank in crisis. Alejandro Balde's absence threatens Champions League hopes when the margins between glory and heartbreak are razor thin. Even a single injury can tilt the scales. For Barcelona, Alejandro Balde's untimely absence ahead of the season's most pivotal clash has created a ripple effect that may define their European journey. The anatomy of a setback. Alejandro Balde's injury. Barcelona's preparation for the second leg of the Champions League semi-final against Inter Milan has been thrown into disarray with confirmation that left-back Alejandro Balde is unlikely to feature. The 21-year-old, seen as one of the most promising fullbacks in European football, has yet to fully recover from a lingering muscle problem, casting serious doubt over his availability for the San Siro showdown. Initially, optimism reigned. It was believed that Balde would be fit enough to play a few minutes against Real Valladolid in La Liga before stepping into the starting lineup against Inter. However, when the matchday squad was announced, Balde's name was conspicuously absent. Gerard Romero, a trusted source for Barcelona news, later reported that the defender hadn't returned to full training and was instead targeting a return for the Clásico against Real Madrid next weekend. The news has struck a chord of concern among fans and analysts alike, not just because of Balde's talent, but because of the broader implications it holds for a defense already weakened by the absence of Jules Koundé. Why Alejandro Balde matters so much. To fully grasp the impact of Balde's injury, one must appreciate his importance in Hansi Flick's system. Balde is not just a traditional left-back. He is a modern attacking fullback whose contributions stretch far beyond defensive duties. In possession, Balde provides width, pace, and direct dribbling ability. He is fearless going forward, often beating his man to deliver low crosses or cutbacks into the box. His chemistry with the likes of Rafinha and Pedri on the left channel has opened up numerous attacking avenues for Barcelona this season. Defensively, while still a work in progress, Balde's speed often allows him to recover and shut down counterattacks, a critical asset against teams like Inter Milan that thrive in transition. His absence means Barcelona lose both an attacking outlet and a vital line of resistance on the flank. The domino effect: the stakes are exponentially higher, the pace quicker, the duels more intense. For Flick, it's a question of whether Martin's raw potential can hold its own against world-class opposition or whether a more experienced, if less specialized, with someone else stepping in on the right. Flick's options. A tactical breakdown. So how should Hansi Flick approach the defensive setup? There are several options on the table. Option 1. Martin Christensen Araujo keeps Martin on the left and can Gerard Martin, the 20-year-old academy product who shone against Valladolid and was deservedly named MVP. But is he ready for the cauldron of the San Siro in a Champions League semi-final? Gerard Martin. From La Masia to the limelight. If Flick does hand Gerard Martin a start, it will be a massive vote of confidence in the young left-back. Martin has quietly risen through the ranks of La Masia, combining tactical intelligence with technical skill. Against Valladolid, he was composed in possession, smart in positioning, and even delivered an assist. But Champions League semi-finals are a different beast. Inter Milan, with the likes of Denzel Dumfries and Matteo Darmian bombing forward, will test Martin's mettle in ways he hasn't experienced yet. The stakes are exponentially higher, the pace quicker, the duels more intense. For Flick, it's a question of whether Martin's raw potential can hold its own against world-class opposition or whether a more experienced, if less specialized, a tactical breakdown. So how should Hansi Flick approach the defensive setup? There are several options on the table. Option 1. Martin Christensen Araujo setup keeps Martin on the left, maintaining width and attacking potential. However, it places a lot of responsibility on Martin. Pros: natural positioning for all players, protects Martin with an extra center-back, floods midfield. Cons: risky against Inter's own three-man defense and fluid attackers. The Inter threat. Why this game is so critical: Inter Milan are no pushovers. They've already proven their mettle in the first leg, pushing Barcelona to a dramatic 3-3 draw. Their tactical discipline, counter-attacking prowess, and aerial dominance pose multiple threats. Without Balde and Koundé, Barcelona's defense will be under siege. Lautaro Martinez, Marcus Thuram, and Nicolo Barella are relentless in pressing and movement. Any lapse in concentration, any positional mistake could prove fatal. That's why Flick's decision regarding the backline could be the single most consequential of his managerial tenure thus far. Get it right, and Barcelona could surge into the final. Get it wrong, and the dreams of European glory may fade into another frustrating chapter. Mentality matters. The psychological battle beyond the tactics lies an emotional and psychological challenge. This is a young Barcelona squad, many of whom have never been in this position before. The weight of expectation, combined with key absences, could shake confidence. This is where leadership comes in. Veterans like Robert Lewandowski and Marc-Andre ter Stegen will have to rally the troops. The message must be clear. Adversity is an opportunity, not an excuse. Alejandro Balde's injury, while unfortunate, is also a chance for others to step up. Gerard Martin, if selected, has a rare shot at immortality. The same goes for every defender who will wear the Barcelona shirt on Tuesday night. The road ahead. What's at stake? The Champions League has always been a barometer of elite success. For Barcelona, this match is about more than just silverware. It's about proving that the new era under Hansi Flick is ready to contend with Europe's best. A win at the San Siro, under the current circumstances, would not only book a place in the final, but would send a powerful message to the footballing world. Barcelona are back, and they can weather any storm. But that outcome hinges on more than talent. It demands courage, discipline, and flawless execution. Conclusion. Rising from the shadows, Alejandro Balde's injury is a blow, but it is not a death sentence. Barcelona, a club forged in adversity and reborn through La Masia's brilliance, has faced worse. This is the time to trust in youth, in Flick's vision, and in the unshakable belief that greatness often emerges from hardship. The football world will be watching on Tuesday night,